Welcome to the UCMR4 sampling instructions, brought to you by BSK Associates. BSK will provide a complete sampling kit. Upon receipt, verify the bottles in the chain of custody with your sampling schedule from SIDWRS. At least 24 hours prior to sampling, freeze the blue ice packs, and review these sampling instructions. Please contact your personally assigned project manager with any questions. Here's an example of a complete sampling kit. Please note that the number of bottles in your kit may vary due to the number of sites and required sampling. Complete kits will include packaging materials, gloves, chain of custody, and pre-labeled bottles. As noted, at least 24 hours prior to sampling, freeze the blue ice packs. Prior to all sampling at each location, be sure to flush the water system for 3 to 5 minutes. While the system is flushing, label each bottle with the sampling time. Use a permanent marker and let it dry to avoid smudging. And be sure to put on your sampling gloves. The first site we will discuss are the entry point samples. Here are the entry point bottles for AM1. As a reminder, these bottles are applicable for all water types: groundwater, surface water, and mixed water sources. We will go through each bottle individually. But first, you'll want to flush the water system for 3 to 5 minutes. First, we'll discuss EPA 530, the organic solvents. This 1 liter amber glass bottle has an orange label. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle all the way to the neck. Once the bottle has been filled, recap and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. Next is EPA 541, the alcohols. This 250 milliliter amber glass bottle has an olive green label. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. The third bottle is the metals bottle, EPA 200.8. It is a 250 milliliter plastic bottle with a red label. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. The final bottle in this set is EPA 525.3, a 1 liter amber glass with a pink label. As with the others, remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. The next set of bottles will also be taken at the entry point. However, these tests are only applicable for sources containing surface water. 3 methods are required for each entry point. First, we will discuss EPA 545, a 125 milliliter amber glass bottle with a light blue label. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. Next is EPA 544, a light tan labeled 500 milliliter amber glass bottle. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing. Note EPA 544 will only be run with a positive finding of the next method we will discuss, EPA 546. 546 is the total microsistence and has a 250 milliliter amber glass bottle with a dark blue label. As with the other methods, remove the cap, carefully fill the bottle to the neck, and once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. The next sampling location we will discuss are the distribution system sites. There's only one method, EPA 552.3, which has a 250 milliliter amber glass bottle and a light purple label. As with the entry point sites, you'll want to flush the system for 3 to 5 minutes. Then reduce the flow, remove the cap, and carefully fill the bottle to the neck. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. The final sampling location required for UCMR4 will be at your raw water locations. 2 methods are required: TOC and bromide. First, flush your raw water site for 3 to 5 minutes. Bromide does not require any preservative and has a plastic 250 milliliter bottle. Remove the cap. Carefully fill the bottle to the neck and then replace the cap. The second and final sample taken at your raw water sites is for TOC, which requires 3 40 milliliter VOA vials. Be sure to fill all included VOA vials. Remove the cap and carefully fill the bottle. Once filled, cap the bottle and invert at least 3 times to ensure adequate mixing of the preservative. Please note, small air bubbles will be accepted in these VOA vials. After sampling, ensure bottles are completely labeled and carefully packed. If your sampling is performed prior to shipping, refrigerate all the samples until the shipment is ready to go. Then carefully pack the cooler and ship it back to the Fresno laboratory via overnight service. Please note, additional packaging materials may be required for stability during the shipping process. Here's an example of a cooler that's packed, but still needs blue ice and additional packaging materials for stability. As with all sampling at BSK, we hope that the process is straightforward and clear, but we do know that questions arise. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact your personally assigned project manager or Stefan Mopa as listed below. We are here and happy to help. Thank you for being a valued BSK Associates client.